topic I'm now saying involves the life of us. Please listen to me. If we use nuclear power, we will all die to nuclear explosions and pollution. If we continue to use nuclear power, it will cause many deaths. The second speaker will talk about water scarcity and displacing fossil fuels. I will talk about the accidents. According to two professional school of governance, China has minor nuclear accidents all the time, and 2/3 of them are caused by human errors. Despite the lack of a new major accident, the head of the National Nuclear Safety Administration warned in a public speech in 2010 that minor incidents occur frequently, and about 2/3 of these were the result of human error. Faster construction of nuclear power plants in China increases the risk of accidents. Also, faster construction of nuclear power plants in China, in order to meet rising electricity demand and mitigate adverse climate change impacts in the first decade of the 21st century, the Chinese government decided to accelerate nuclear energy development. More rapid development translates into higher risks as capital, technology, material, and human resources are all spread thin. It is not only a matter of paying for the plants, but more importantly, meeting the demand for human capital in building, operating, and regulating nuclear power. According to this National Resources Defense Council, nuclear power could be important in helping China to diversify its electricity mix. But the occurrence of one major accident will bring irreparable harm to lives and properties of Chinese citizens and its environment. It will also bring unprecedented death and damage to China's nuclear industry, and with it the prospects of future development of China's nuclear power program. Also, according to Romana, Princeton Program on Science and Global Security, any calculation using the methodology is always subject to revision and to doubt as to its completeness. Risk assessment models do not account for unexpected failure models during many accidents. Nuclear designers and operators always seem to assume that they know what is likely to happen. Also, everyone says the newest nuclear reactor design is safest. They say the same thing about Chernobyl. The small numbers produced by this exercise, widely seen as involving complicated calculations, have the effect of what might be termed false or misplaced concreteness. If one goes up, it will cause more than 1 million deaths. There is enough plutonium in one nuclear reactor to kill everyone on Earth. China does not have enough skilled workers to operate nuclear power plants. University students are not enrolling in nuclear science and engineering as frequently in the 1990s. Sending workers to other countries cannot fill the demand. Regulatory bodies are facing shortage of workers. China is facing a major dilemma in finding the skilled human resources needed for safe nuclear expansion. China needs to train labor to build the plants to a proper standard, educate engineers in plant design, train operators to run the plants it has planned, and staff its regulatory agencies with qualified nuclear engineers and other experts. It will need 13,000 trained nuclear engineers, scientists, and technicians, far less than the universities will be able to provide. This manpower shortage is not limited only to construction, but also to operation,
Crossfire.
management, and nuclear plants. Thank you.
Wait, never mind, I can't ask you right.
Go.
What?
Go. Ask.
Can you define minor accidents?
Excuse me?
Can you define minor accidents?
For example, nuclear leaks, nuclear waste leaks. If you don't use, have you ever considered the chances of a nuclear reactor blowing up or getting bombed by terrorists are pretty high?
What?
If your nuclear reactors get bombed by terrorists or they blow up,
Why would it get bombed by terrorists?
terrorists will want to bomb it.
If it bombs it, then that also whose is their risk of dying and getting cancer, so they probably won't do it.
Yeah, but
in your
terrorists
case,
just want to die. They just want to sacrifice themselves and bomb.
How do you know
Chinese.
you're not a terrorist yourself?
Yeah,
Is your
but
case
terrorists
only
do that.
about accidents?
No, but the second speaker will talk more about it.
Talk more about.
Other aspects.
So besides, you said it's not only about accidents. So
Yeah.
what else? What other contentions does?
For example, when the nuclear waste is not properly disposed of, it will get into rivers, and Chinese people will get contaminated water.
That is still part of an accident, but return. You can.
Nuclear power does not solve some problems we already have. For example, the economy or global warming. Managing a nuclear power is very costly, and it needs too much manpower and fuel. So it's very expensive. So it actually doesn't help the economy.
So what's your question?
How do you explain it helps the economy?
It helps the economy because it can supply electricity to all over China, and that helps because.
Wait a second. The nuclear power plants are only built in safe places, which are very far from cities, like in the countries, and you have to transport the nuclear power all the way to the cities where there's the highest demand.
So did I answer your question? Can I ask a question now?
Yeah.
So
Just ask the example.
I said it.
No, the example accident in China.
Alright, can you give an example of a real accident in China about nuclear power? Not like nuclear leaks, like.
There hasn't been a real accident, but it's very likely that one will happen because now Chinese nuclear industry